it was something I never, thought there was really an issue of being Black and conservative. That once I got here, then I discovered that. So I was in YAF, and I was in the Black Student Union here. At the same time, I was serving as their first-year representative, and they didn't have as many meetings, I think, again, because of COVID. But I was really involved with Young Americans for Freedom, and so we were bringing Kellyanne Conway to campus, which was super exciting because another very highly prominent political figure. And so we were advertising for that event, and one of the ways we advertised is chalking. So like, me and some members did an advertisement, I think it was like even right outside of here at the Iowa Memorial Union, promoting the event. And then there's this group chat called the Black Sparta group chat, which has over 800 Black students, alumni. And so someone took a picture of that advertisement. It was talking about how they didn't feel comfortable being like Black and living here in Iowa because they felt like bringing Kellyanne Conway or just any conservative speaker harms their ability to live, which I think that's wrong. Like, you're just bringing a speaker who's sharing her point of view. She's not directly harming anyone. But that created more of a conversation. People were getting kind of riled up about it. And then out of nowhere, someone was like, I think we have a YAF member in this group chat. And so they went through all of Iowa Young Americans for Freedom's Instagram followers and found my profile, because I was also secretary of Young Americans for Freedom. And they screenshotted my profile and sent it to all 800 of those people. And for over 4 hours, they were just completely like fighting about me and calling me a white supremacist, a Nazi, a bigot, a token, all that kind of stuff, which is like really weird to me because first off, I hadn't even gotten a chance to state my position, state what I believe, because I think that at least that they knew I was involved in the Black Student Union. So it's like, I don't hate Black people, and I'm not a hateful person, yet they didn't even bother to find out, who I was, why I believed what I believed. And then that all that fighting kind of spilled into the Black Student Union like executive group chat, and so someone started and it was like, we have like I don't even remember, but it was like, we have someone who's part of the hate group on the Black Student Union board. And then like, I just wasn't saying anything through all of this because I felt like no one would listen to anything I had to say. And so they immediately decided to have an emergency meeting that night to decide what to do with me. And so I didn't attend that meeting because I felt, again, like my voice would not be heard no matter what I shared. And also it was literally right by finals week. And I wanted to focus on finals. It was my freshman year. I felt like all these nonsense disagreements and stuff weren't really important. And so they came to a decision a few days later and contacted me and said that if I wanted to continue serving on their executive board, that I'd have to have a discussion with them on why Black people can have different viewpoints. And I just thought that was crazy because, it shouldn't even have to be a discussion that people can have different viewpoints. I feel like that's, common innate knowledge that,
Sure. Yeah, people aren't all going to agree. And so you were on you were having some form of leadership position on both groups. Mm-hmm. And was this in 2021 or 2022?
This was spring 2022.
Spring 2022. Yeah. So basically the two groups that you were a leader with were in a disagreement about an issue, and then all of a sudden we're in disagreement about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, because you said you didn't attend. Did you get to hear at all what they were discussing when they talked about you specifically?
Yeah, I just spoke to the leader of the Afro House, and she kind of listened to my side of the story, took that to the group, and then told me that their decision that they came up with.
Yeah, and so they just couldn't really accept that somebody that was with their group would also be okay with conservative ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what was your next move then?
Yeah, so I discussed it with my family, and we felt like it would be best to just be a part of Young Americans for Freedom because they accepted me from the beginning, no matter what race I was, any characteristic about me. I feel like that's how all student groups should operate, especially the ones that claim to be the most inclusive, the most welcoming. They say that, but they don't really practice what they preach.
Yeah. Even recently, before that, I think it was in 2018 or something, 2019, there was lawsuits, you know, around the one of the student groups here, and then laws were passed kind of in that capacity. Did you ever connect with any lawmakers about your situation or anything?
I did testify about this specific situation in front of the House Judiciary Committee. I've also talked about it with different lawmakers, in addition to all kinds of other situations that we've had, because there's been a lot. But yeah, there's no specific issue being taken to be solved. Something I definitely like to see would be an anti-doxing law, because not only, my Instagram profile was leaked, but I've had my address leaked, my phone number also, but around that time, because we have the accessibility statement that we have to send out when we send out our mass emails, and so they ask for a phone number, so it was my first time, so I just put my phone number in case anyone, needed to request any accessibility needs. And people use my phone number to sign me up for JCPenney and Domino's Pizza and all kinds of stuff. I couldn't even use my phone because I was getting so many notifications. I had to hurry and block so many things. But yeah.
Were you getting direct messages too?
No, I didn't get any personal things. It was just someone was signing up my phone number for all kinds. So now we use the YAF email instead of the phone number.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Did the YAF group take any position with or issue with your being on the Black student group?
Yeah, they had no issue with me being a part of the Black Student Union. They supported me the whole time, no matter what decision I made. They said, I could attend the meeting and bring my conservative perspective, or I could, not attend too.